So a very good afternoon to all our dear participants and welcome to day 2 of the KSA Hybrid Cloud and Cybersecurity Summit 2022 on high performance cloud services to match the rising demand and deliver innovation and technological transformation, organized by Trex event in partnership with our platinum sponsor Oracle and our technology partner Nutanix. I'm Roger and we also have Bridget and we will be your hosts for today's session. Now, dear participants, we are blessed to have the support of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in making this event a success. And on behalf of all our partners and the entire KSA Cloud and Cybersecurity team, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. KSA with its leaders are the most futuristic thought leaders in the world. The great Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is leading the MENA region as a cloud data hub with ICT readiness and cloud computing. The KSA leaders understand adoption of cloud computing is the key to economic growth and have enabled more diverse services to be offered while simultaneously ensuring stronger data privacy protection. Emphasis is on methodologies to align IT resources with business and application needs to accelerate optimum business outcomes and achieve excellence in the cloud. The opportunities are endless, and let's explore the same today. Yesterday was a wonderful and power-packed day where we learned about the insights, trends, solutions, some of the predictions, experiences, and the way forward on the hybrid cloud and cybersecurity and its impact. We also discussed the use of cloud and how it impacts the environment, how cloud computing is supporting ESG goals, skills, talents, and wisdom for the hybrid cloud, and the advantages and disadvantages of the cloud. So without further ado, let's start today's session, and I'm sure today's session will be nothing less as well. However, a few pointers to make the most of this session. If for any reason you get logged out or stuck during the session, please log out and follow the same procedure to join or refresh your page. All our panelists and speakers would love to answer any of the questions that you have. Kindly key in your questions in the Q&A tab. You can also set up or drop a message to them directly, and they will also be available for questions in the lounge area. And don't forget to visit the booths to explore all that our partners can do for you. So without further ado, let's get started with day 2 of this KSA Hybrid Cloud and Cybersecurity Summit 2022 on high performance cloud services with a keynote presentation on innovation management and technologies to create impact by Dr.Riddhi Shukla, Head Technology Deployment, KAUST Innovation. Over to you, Dr. Shukla, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much for the kind invitation. Absolutely honored to be here, and it's wonderful to see Saudi Arabia leading this way. So if you could indulge me for the next 15-20 minutes, I have a presentation I'd like to share with you all. So bear with me. Perfect. Can everyone see my screen okay? All good?
Yes, yes, it is.
Perfect, excellent. So I belong to KAUST, so King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, and we're absolutely blessed to be located on the wonderful Red Sea. So I belong to a division called KAUST Innovation. So KAUST for me has 2 main remits. We have the remit of doing excellent research, but we also have a innovation or impact agenda. How do we take those excellent research, those technologies that come up from our academics, and how do we put them in the hands of partners like yourselves to create new products and services to create impact and benefit for Saudi Arabia and globally? So I'm just going to talk you through our innovation management system and how we manage those outputs that come out from the research and translate them into technologies and products and services that you as organizations can use to enhance your hybrid cloud and cybersecurity needs. So belong to innovation, and this is how we help create remarkable impact. So everything we do is focused on Vision 2030. It is our paramount importance. Everything that we're geared up to is all about making Vision 2030 a reality. And being blessed by King Abdullah's legacy, KAUST has got the funding in place to enable this vision to happen or contribute towards this vision. So what we want to do is we are positioning ourselves as the heart of deep tech in Saudi Arabia. We are a science and technology university, which means that everything we do is based in heuristics and evidence and hypothesis base. So that's fantastic because that means that we are bringing tangible real life solutions to the kingdom and beyond. In terms of how KAUST is configured, we have a number of academic divisions, and they are shown here in the middle. So we have BESI, which is Biological, Environmental Science and Engineering. We have SEMSI, which is Computational, Electronic, Mathematical Science and Engineering. And we have PSC, which is Physical Science and Engineering. So we have these three main academic units, and this is where the teaching happens. KAUST has no undergraduate teaching. We only have master's and PhD students. Now, coupled with these academic centers, we have a number of research centers, and you can see that they're all quite integrated and linked in very nicely with each other. So we're getting the benefit of knowledge from one area linking up with another area. So, just for examples, within biological, environmental science and engineering, BESI, we've got a center for desert agriculture. We've got a center on Red Sea research. We've also got a center on water desalination and reuse. But for today's presentation, I'm going to concentrate on the research centers that are focused in SEMSI, which is our computational, electronic, mathematical science and engineering academic division. So we have 4 centers, research centers in this domain. One of them is brand new, which is the Resilient Computing and Cybersecurity Center, known as RC3. We have a computational bioscience capability. We have an extreme computing research center, and we have a visual computing research center. So you may ask, why is this important? So from my perspective, universities are the powerhouse of ideas, of hypothesis, and having the resources that we have at KAUST, we're extremely lucky in the sense that we can generate new opportunities, new technologies, new software in this particular field. So just to concentrate on one of the research centers, for example, we have an extreme computing research center, which you can see here in the top corner. And then if you delve even further deeper, you can see all the different research groups that sit under the ECRC, the Extreme Computing Research Center. And you can see there's an InfoCloud research group. And then I've just copied some of the information on the website. All this information is freely available and easy to navigate. So if you go to the InfoCloud research group, you can see, again, there's even more specific details in terms of the topics and areas that they're working on. So they're working on database outsourcing, cloud computing, mobile computing, parallel and distributed systems, peer-to-peer, OLAP and data warehouses, graphs, strings, processing, RDF, processing, spatial temporal high dimensional databases, data security, and bioinformatics. So, and then you delve even further and deeper, and you can see exactly what each academic is doing and their research group, and see the great outputs that come from it. The latest center is one called the Resilient Computing and Cybersecurity Center, so RC3. This is looking at a research, training, and development program to create critical mass and expertise in cybersecurity, but also looking at a whole strategic research program in the area of resilient computing. So this is one of our new centers, and as I mentioned, all this information is available on our website. So through this fantastic research work, the academics will come across an aha moment, and they think, oh, this technology or this knowledge or this code, something I've generated could be of interest. I think we need to look at how we could protect this. So we look at how we manage those intellectual assets or those outputs from the university. So we have a number of software solutions and technologies that in this domain that have come out from these research centers that I've just mentioned in the area of health and bioscience applications, even wireless communication, data and image processing, or even motion capture. So if I just go to my next slide and just expand a little bit more in detail in terms of how do we move the outputs from this nebulous research work into these tangible solutions. So we have a whole team within KAUST Innovation, and I belong to the Technology Transfer Office. So I head the deployment team there. So it's my responsibility and my team's responsibility to take the fantastic intellectual outputs or property or technologies from the university and find interesting industry partners that can utilize it to create new products and services or enhance their current products and services. So for me, moving from research into creating impact means lots of things. So from my perspective, impact could mean political or reputational impact. It could also look at how we can help the environment. It can also have a societal impact. And also, as we all know, technology advances based on the previous technological advancements or outputs. So just the fact that the technologies move forward is also an impact in itself. So someone else can build on what's currently happened and move the technology and the opportunities forward. Potentially, there could even be a legislative impact. So we may even generate new laws or legal documents or some yeah, from it, or ultimately there's economic impact, I suppose, from the industry partner that's got the added first mover advantage by taking this technology on board. So there's a number of ways that impact can be measured, and I like to say it's, you know, political or reputational, environmental, societal, technological, legislative, or economic. We have a very nice ecosystem here at KAUST. So just to expand a little bit more on that, we have a fabulous research and technology park, which is a living laboratory. So companies can come and they can test bed their technologies. KAUST being a closed campus, we're in control of our airspace and our land space. So we currently have 4 autonomous vehicles testing their technology. And we have, I think, about 5 drone companies also testing technologies. So we have this wonderful space that companies are able to explore, engage with our academics, engage with our technologies, and engage with our students if they're looking for new talent in this area. We have a wonderful entrepreneurship center whereby every single student, regardless of what course they're taking, must engage in entrepreneurship activity. So this is great for us from a technology transfer office, because when we're looking to spin out those technologies and maybe a startup company, the academics and the teams that are associated with the technology are much more savvy and have the better chance of success. We also have an innovation ventures arm, which has a budget of around $8 million per year, which invests in opportunities for companies to spin into KAUST and explore the ecosystem. We have a great relationship with our SME services and trying to embed and make it accessible for small businesses in Saudi Arabia to access the fantastic capabilities that KAUST has. And finally, we also have consultancy services whereby we can solve problems that are posed or challenges proposed by industry clients. If I just expand a little bit more on the technology transfer. So what we have here is we have the academic doing their research, or, you know, working at any of those research centers I talked about, and they have this aha moment. So what they do is they submit an invention disclosure to our discovery team. So they say, I think I've invented something interesting, but I'm not quite sure. So the discovery team will then link up with lawyers, our partner lawyers, and think about, could this technology or could this idea be protected? Is it patentable? Does it meet the criteria? Is there other ways that we could copy things? We could protect things through copyright, trademark, trade secrets, or other ways of protection. So, and also what happens is the discovery team reaches out to deployment, asking us, where do you think the market could be for this technology? Because that will also input in terms of which territories this technology is protected in when it comes to the patent filing. So what we do in deployment is we go out and we speak to companies. We go under non-disclosure agreements so we can have a robust and open conversation with them. We ask them, what are their pain points? What are the challenges? What's preventing them from growing forward and moving forward as a business? They will then share with us keywords, and we will look at our IP database. So KAUST has been going since 2009. So we have a number of technologies in our IP database. We would search that database, and then we will then present those relevant technologies to the industry partner. We offer access to our technologies free of charge for evaluation purposes. The company will go, Riddhi, this is great, but it needs further development steps. Because remember, these invention disclosures, only a few experiments have been done in order to prove the hypothesis. So it may need to be de-risked. It may need further development steps in order for it to be ready to plug and play at the industry partner side. So we say, not to worry, we can do those development steps. We have a fund whereby we can access money called the impact funds, and we can spend that money on any partner around the world that is required to do the necessary development steps in order to de-risk that technology, increase the technology readiness level of it, and enable it to be ready to plug and play at the industry partner. So we have this really nice ecosystem whereby we've got opportunities for industry partners to evaluate our technologies free of charge. They provide the valuable feedback. We input this into the development funds that we have, and at the end of the project, it's ready to be licensed on commercial terms to the industry partner. So that's a really, really nice feedback option that we have. So this slide just summarizes what I talked about. It's all about how can KAUST help your company gain a competitive advantage. So a lot of companies approach us because we've got this wonderful suite of technologies, and they may want to use it to enhance their existing products. They may want it to develop new products, or even help them with manufacturing to streamline processes and saving time, energy, and cost. And generally, when we speak to the companies, we get a deeper understanding of their needs and wants. And I think that's probably coming to the end of my presentation now. So really, the floor is open to everyone, and just want to say, we're here to help. How can we help you access our technologies and technical expertise in this particular area to help your business grow and thrive? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shukla, for sharing your knowledge and insights with us today. I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of the summit and have yourself a pleasant day as well. Thank you very much for
Wonderful.
your insights.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.